The meaning of the movie author Orpheus to read 5 minutes published 8.11. 2019 updated 8.11. 2019 In his 83 years, Woody Allen has made a delightful, youthfully pure and romantic movie full of nostalgia. As before, the great director praises his beloved New York, outside of which, the whole world is not the same. New York is bohemian and secular, already overgrown with history, but full of youthful energy. And it's also a movie about what Allen loves more than anything else in the world, along with New York, movies. At the center of the story is a young heir to a wealthy family, a privileged Ivy League college student, whose name is Gatsby. Thin, much-read and talented, but completely indifferent to the model of the future that his ambitious mother has prescribed for him. Gatsby searches for himself. He does it intuitively and easily, without tragic inner discord and neuroses. He, for example, has nothing against Ashley, the daughter of bankers from Arizona, whom his parents would be happy to have as his girlfriend. Moreover, he is in love with Ashley and goes to the same college with her. Gatsby easily wins money at poker, and apparently not for the first time. Then it turns out that his beloved is to interview a famous director for the student newspaper, and goes to New York for this, in which she has never been before. For Gatsby, this is the perfect occasion to show his favorite city to the girl he loves. He plans an exquisite weekend with visits to all the iconic places. Another important detail is that Gatsby's mom, who lives in New York, is having a party on that day. But the son and his mother have a very difficult relationship, and the young man lied that he was busy and could not come. Now he would not run into relatives and mommy's acquaintances, so that he did not have to celebrate. The circle of events will separate Gatsby and Ashley until the end of the weekend. During this time they will not only understand and recognize the city, but will find and recognize themselves. The meaning of the movie A Rainy Day in New York. This movie is full of allusions and references. Firstly, the very name of Gatsby brings to mind the lightness and secularity of Fitzgerald's heroes. Allen's heroes have it too. The long walks in the rain recall scenes from the cult novel Catcher in the Rye, whose hero is also searching for himself. Critics and fans of Woody's films are pleased to recognize in some of the characters the director's alter egos. First, in Gatsby himself, this is, of course, an improved and highly embellished version. In the scene of a meeting with a classmate shooting his first experimental movie on the street, we see Allen again, only younger. But with glasses and in the director's role. The director couldn't resist the urge to gossip. When, along with the young and beautiful Ashley, sincere and fresh, we enter the world of the big, real movie, and she gets lost. In it for 24 hours, we recognize many real characters. Liev Schreiber is so much like Lars von Trier, the author of tediously intellectual and complex films. According to the script, he is going through another creative crisis, and a young fan will comfort him. The director is clearly infatuated with a blonde from Arizona. Jude Law plays a screenwriter going through a rift with his wife. He too needs a comforter, and again it's Ashley. Thanks to these two characters, the girl will get on the set where she meets the sultry Latin movie star Francisco Vega in a Zorro mask. We immediately recognize Antonio Banderas in this image. Vega convinces Ashley that he's already separated from his wife. He likes the blonde girl and takes her to his place. Who can resist a star sex symbol? Ashley couldn't. And what's the abandoned Gatsby doing all this time? He waits patiently for Ashley, but he accidentally meets a girl he knew as a girl, Shannon, the younger sister of his old fling. She is a rather prickly character, and the beginning of the meeting is not at all warm and friendly. Only later do we guess that Shannon has a long and secret crush on her older sister's boyfriend. The irony and sarcasm are just a cover. In the first half of the movie you may feel a growing irritation against the Majors, the Golden Youth. But by the end, your feelings will change. First, you will learn the terrible secret of the teenager's mother. He does get to the reception and makes a small, intelligent, and almost imperceptible scandal there. And secondly, all people will reveal themselves to us from an unexpected side. The meaning of the ending of the movie. After all his misadventures, Gatsby does meet Ashley, drenched and wearing a man's cloak over his naked body. In the morning they ride in a carriage back to college. But suddenly the hero realizes that this weekend in the pouring rain has changed him forever. Ashley also opened a new world, which she will not forget. She will return without fail. Jumping out of the carriage, Gatsby heads to the very place they happen to talk about with Shannon. It's a clock outside the New York Zoo, with dancing and playing animals that go in circles. No one has agreed on anything, but very soon Shannon herself, the hero's new love, comes along. It was a test of romanticism, on the ability to live with the heart and prefer the real self to fictitious plans and conventions. New York changed Gatsby and resolved all his inner doubts, at least at this stage of life. He will no longer go back to a boring college where he doesn't even have to study for exams, which he passes best anyway. He has Shannon, intuition and luck, talent as a pianist and, his favorite city, admin.